When released in April 2021, the Air 2S was a big step forward for the DJI prosumer line, an excellent drone in terms of video and photo quality. A new version, named Air 3, was expected after more than 2 years, as the technology in prosumer drones has been moving very fast recently. In this video we will see what we already know about the features of the upcoming model and what we can expect to make it a worthwhile purchase compared to the current DJI line. The release date should be very close, let's say end of July, beginning of August, as the usual reliable leakers have already published plenty of details and photos. Also, the new model has already been registered in the FCC database, with 2 new remote controllers, the RC2 and RCN2. The new Air 3 will have to fit between the Mini 3 Pro and the Mavic 3, 2 excellent drones, so it has to offer features that make it more interesting than the Mini 3 Pro for some users, without stepping too much into the territory of the flagship model. The Air 2S had only one major flaw, the very short battery life of 28 minutes. This was a serious limitation, especially for users who are into hyperlapses. DJI seems to have addressed this issue, as the Air 3 will be equipped with a 4241 mAh battery, over 20% more powerful than the one of the Air 2S. According to the latest Rumours, the announced maximum flight time will be 46 minutes, which is more or less on par with the Mavic 3 and a huge improvement compared to the Air 2S. In terms of video and photo quality, the Air 2S outclasses the Mini 3 Pro with the excellent 1-inch sensor with 5.4K video resolution and true 20 megapixel for photos. From several reliable leakers, both lenses of the new model will have a 1/1.3 inches sensor with only 4K video resolution and the real photo resolution of 12 megapixels and the 48 megapixel mode. Practically, video and photo specs should be almost identical to the ones of the Mini 3 Pro. For many potential buyers, this would be a major disappointment and possibly a deal breaker, but we have to wait and see. Maybe it is a move to pave the way for a premium Air 3S with a 1-inch sensor to be released later on. A very interesting feature of the Mini 3 Pro is the extremely wide aperture of f1.7, which translates into astonishing performances in low light. And in fact, some leaked photos of the Air 3 shows the same ultra-wide f1.7 aperture for the wide-angle lens. Compared to the Mini 3 Pro, the Air 3 will certainly be more powerful and have better wind resistance. So it will be the one suggested to users living in windy areas. There have always been some features reserved for the Mavic 3 to preserve its status as a flagship model and to avoid cannibalizing sales within the DJI prosumer line. The most important ones are the omnidirectional sensor avoidance system, the variable aperture, the bigger 1/3 of an inch sensor for the main lens, and the very useful waypoints mode. According to several leaks, the Air 3 might have an omnidirectional obstacle avoidance system. From all the images we have seen in the different leaks, the Air 3 has sensors at the front, back and bottom. The front sensor seems to be capable of covering a bit of area to the sides and above, pretty much like the Mini 3 Pro, but it is probably not a true omnidirectional one. We have not heard about the availability of variable aperture in the new model, but it seems very unlikely. The big new feature is something I did not see coming. The new model will be equipped with a dual lens system, and this is a major functionality that will attract many potential buyers. I remember that in my early days with drones, I used to think that the main limitation compared to traditional DSLR cameras was the lack of interchangeable lenses. The multi-lens system was introduced in DJI prosumer line with the first version of the Mavic 3, equipped with 2 lenses, and then upgraded with the 3 lenses of the Mavic 3 Pro. According to a leak with a photo by Jasper Ellens, there will be a wide-angle 24mm equivalent with an aperture of f1.7, together with a 70mm lens with an aperture of f2.8, with a zoom factor of 3 times. Focal lengths are the same as the 2 shortest one of the Mavic 3 Pro, which also sports an extra long 166mm equivalent lens. The Air 3 will be sold with a choice between 2 new controllers, the RC2 and the RCN2, and this is another unexpected move. These are updated versions of the 2 currently available for the DJI line, the RC with a built-in screen and the RCN1. The only visible difference from the image shown is the presence of a pair of antennas in the new RC2. We don't know yet if the Air 3 will be compatible with the current controller, but I wouldn't bet on it, as it will not be possible to purchase the standalone drone without a controller. DJI is addressing the only real weak point of the Mini 3 Pro: signal transmission. The Air 3 will have a choice of 3 different frequencies, including a new band at 5.2 GHz with 200 mV, more powerful than the traditional frequencies, 2.4 GHz at 100 and 5.8 at 25. The new band will also have considerably less traffic than the existing ones and should optimize signal transmission, at least in Europe. There are also rumours of a new OcuSync 4 transmission system, which, together with the third band, would explain the need for the new controllers. The Mini 3 Pro doesn't have feet at the end of the wings, therefore the antennas are housed inside the wing in an unusual horizontal position. This is probably one of the culprits of the average transmission of this model. In fact, in the following model, the Mini 3, the feet were added to the design to house the antenna in the classic vertical position. The Air 3 will also have feet at the end of the wings for the same reason. We don't know as yet if the Air 3 will offer vertical video like the Mini 3 and 3 Pro. We have seen photos of a new charging hub working in parallel rather than in series. In other words, the 3 batteries will be charged all at the same time, instead of one after the other. I'm not sure if this is a better method, as I prefer to have the first battery to be ready as soon as possible, and the other can be charged while I'm flying. We don't know yet the exact prices in the different currencies, but from the leaks they appear to be very similar to the one of the Air 2S. Price-wise, the Air 3 should fit nicely between the Mini 3 Pro and the Mavic 3. We don't have details about any improvement in the intelligent modes. The big surprise would be waypoints mode, but I would not hold my breath. The new Air 3 will probably have the 2 excellent 10-bit color modes of the Air 2S, D-Log and HLG, together with the 8-bit normal. The Air 2S is already an excellent drone. The Air 3 solves the main issue, battery life, and adds a state-of-the-art transmission system. But the crucial new feature is the unexpected dual-lens system that opens up huge possibilities when shooting subjects we cannot get close to, like wildlife or some urban scenes. The new 70mm lens will also be extremely useful for portrait and to add compression to scenes with parallax. Due to the lack of omnidirectional sensors, close-range tracking with the Air 3 would be very dangerous. It is much better to remain above all obstacles. In this case, the 70mm lens will be very useful to get closer to the subjects. The Air 3 looks already like a big winner and fit perfectly in the middle of the current DJI line, although it remains to be seen if we can match the excellent video and photo quality of the legendary 1-inch sensor of the Air 2S. But even if video and photo quality should be the same as the Mini 3 Pro, the new Air 3 has still a huge advantage of the dual lens system. More power and wind resistance, plus a groundbreaking signal transmission, and an outstanding battery life. These are already arguments that will attract plenty of potential buyers. And on top of that, other goodies might arrive in the shape of waypoint mode and maybe improved obstacle avoidance system. So, are you gonna buy it? In the meantime, don't forget to hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Thank you.